For years, the Northern Lights have been the superstar of Iceland's winter. Don't get me wrong, when they're visible, they are pure magic. But over the last few seasons, a new natural wonder has stolen the spotlight: Iceland's ice caves. Social media feeds are filled up with crystal blue ice caves that look straight out of a fantasy movie, and travelers are flying halfway across the world just to step inside them. So what are they really? Are ice caves worth the hype? When can you see them? And which ice cave activity should you pick? Let's dive into the video and find out. Chapter 1. What are ice caves? Ice caves aren't carved into stones or into mountains, but into the glaciers themselves. So in Iceland, when we say ice cave, we usually mean glacier caves, which are temporary, naturally formed ice tunnels and chambers formed by the meltwater inside the ice itself. And these caves change constantly. Every winter, new ice caves are formed and old ice caves disappear. And that's part of the magic, because no two seasons are the same. Step inside and you'll see walls of pure electric blue ice and often sparkling like glass with frozen air bubbles trapped for centuries. So when can you visit ice caves in Iceland? Here's the thing. Ice caves are seasonal and they're safe to explore, but only in the colder months when the ice is stable. The glaciers in Iceland never melt, but the ice caves on the glaciers do melt in and around the summertime when the temperature rises in Iceland. The general ice cave season in Iceland is from October to March, although you will find some ice caves that are safe to explore in September and April. So if you've ever dreamed of stepping inside a majestic ice cave, then wintertime is the time of year to plan your trip. But are ice caves worth the hype? The short answer is yes, absolutely. Stepping inside an ice cave is like entering another world. The caves themselves are temporary, carved fresh each winter by flowing meltwater and gone again by summer, but the ice you're surrounded by has been compacting for centuries. And that's why the walls shine with deep electric blue tones created by glacier ice that is hundreds and sometimes thousands of years old. And photos can't capture how massive and otherworldly it feels. Many travelers describe it as their highlight of their Iceland trip, surpassing even the waterfalls and the Northern Lights and the Blue Lagoon and everything. Ice caves, they're amazing. But what are the best ways of experiencing the ice caves in Iceland? Now here's where things get exciting, because there are many ways of exploring Iceland's ice caves, and each one feels like a new adventure. And our guests can choose between 3 tours, and each one taking place at a different glacier in Iceland. Now the first experience that we'll talk about is the 2-day South Coast tour, visiting an ice cave on Vatnajökull. Try saying that 5 times fast. Vatnajökull. Vatnajökull. I speak Icelandic and I can't even do it. Now, this is without a doubt one of the more exciting tour experiences, since it packs so much into one tour. Now, it starts with a pickup in the heart of downtown Reykjavik, where you'll journey out of the city to explore the best sightseeing spots of the South Coast, my favorite area in all of Iceland. It's filled with fantastic waterfalls such as Skógafoss waterfall, Seljalandsfoss waterfall, and even the hidden waterfall Gljúfraboði. And you can't call it a South Coast tour without visiting the majestic black sand beach Reynisfjara. And for all day tours that visit the South Coast in just one day, this is usually the part where we turn back around, head back to the city, and call it a day. But since this is a 2-day experience, it opens up the possibility to experience and explore sites that most travelers don't get the chance to see. At this part of the tour, you'll have a full day of sightseeing behind you, and you'll make your way over to a cozy hotel for the night. And if you're lucky with the weather, and if the Northern Lights are active, we make the best use of the low light pollution to see the Northern Lights. The next day, you're in for a real treat. You'll start the day off with some breakfast included in the hotel stay, and next you'll make your way over to the Diamond Beach, where glittering icebergs lie scattered across the black sands. From there, we make our way over to the majestic Glacier Lagoon, which, as you can imagine, is a lagoon filled with floating icebergs, which kind of look like floating ice sculptures. And it's definitely a sight to see. But then it's off to the day's highlight, which is a visit to the Blue Ice Cave. This naturally formed cave is truly a majestic sight. It's located on Vatnajökull, which is Europe's largest glacier. To add to the experience, the only way to reach it is via super jeep truck, which is exactly what you'll be doing. Exploring the cave's icy chambers, you'll see the unique beauty of glaciers up close. Truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. On the way back, we stop at Hofskirkja Turf Church, where the mossy turf roof blends perfectly with the surrounding landscape. Then we pass Eldhraun Lava Field and Vík Village before heading back to Reykjavik. Now, I could talk about this tour for hours. It has great reviews, great guides, and it is a true small group experience. Most tours in Iceland that advertise themselves as small group will have a maximum of 18 to 19 guests, but in this tour it has a maximum of 12 guests per tour. So it's definitely a personal, unique and intimate experience. And the next ice cave experience that we'll be talking about takes place on Langjökull Glacier for a day of snowmobiling and ice caves. Now, if you're looking for a mix of adrenaline and natural wonder, then this combo is hard to beat. The adventure begins with a super jeep ride up on top of Langjökull Glacier, which is Iceland's second largest glacier. Just getting there feels epic. The landscape gets more dramatic and wilder with every kilometer that you drive. Once on top of the glacier, you'll gear up and hop on a snowmobile for an adrenaline-fueled ride across Langjökull Glacier. But the excitement doesn't stop there, because after a ride on the snowmobile, you'll step inside one of Langjökull's ice caves, which is a shimmering blue world hidden beneath the surface. The contrast is unforgettable, because first you're speeding across the glacier, and then you're walking inside it, surrounded by crystal-like ice walls. It's the perfect balance, since it's high-energy adventure paired with surreal, quiet beauty that you won't find anywhere else. So for travelers that want their Icelandic experience with a shot of adrenaline, then this is the experience for you. Now, the third and last tour that we'll be talking about is the South Coast Glacier Hike and Ice Cave Tour on Sólheimajökull Glacier. Now, if you're short on time but you still want the full Icelandic experience, then this tour has it all packed into one unforgettable day. It begins with some of South Coast's most famous sites, Seljalandsfoss and Skógafoss, two of Iceland's most iconic waterfalls. You'll also get the chance to see the stunning black sand beach with its dramatic cliffs. But the real adventure begins at Sólheimajökull Glacier. After gearing up with crampons and an ice cave, you'll set off with your guide for an unforgettable glacier hike, which is an experience in and of itself. And then comes the highlight of the day, which is a visit inside of Sólheimajökull's ice cave. These caves are smaller and more intimate than the blue, larger chambers of Vatnajökull, for example, but in my opinion, that's just part of the magic. You'll be right up close to the glacier's vivid blue ice, seeing textures, layers, and beauty of the ice formations all around you. By combining waterfalls, the South Coast, a glacier hike, and an ice cave all in a single day, this tour truly delivers the best of Iceland in one compact package. It's our most recommended option for travelers that want to experience maximum adventure with limited time. So to wrap this up, the Northern Lights here in Iceland will always be magical, but if you're looking for an experience that's visually stunning but also physically immersive, then the ice caves here in Iceland are the real showstopper. They are rare, seasonal, and completely unique to the time that you are visiting Iceland. So whether you go big with a 2-day South Coast journey, or if you're chasing thrills on snowmobile, or if you pack it all into one day, stepping inside an Icelandic ice cave is something that you'll never forget. So, are ice caves worth the hype? Absolutely. As always, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. And I'll see you guys in Iceland soon. Sjáumst!